understand that the German history after the Second World War was built also on the shoulders of Turkish and Muslim immigrants. They were helping to build this democracy. They built this economy. The growth of the German economy in the 50s, 60s, 70s was not possible without people from Turkey. Impossible. They worked a lot. They paid a lot of taxes until today. So they are a part of this land. They built this land.
Diese Rede soll ein Bekenntnis sein. Und sie soll ein Bekenntnis sein einer Schuld, und das ist meines Erachtens längst überfällig. Und wir brauchen ernsthaft einmal ein Denkmal in unseren Herzen und Hirn und in unserem Handeln für die Leistung, die Musliminnen und Muslime in den letzten Jahrzehnten in diesem Land für dieses Land erbracht haben.
In the 30s or the 40s, many German immigrants, for example, scientists who were victims of the Nazi dictatorship, they found asylum in Turkey. They went to Turkish universities. People don't know that, they forget it, but it's proven, it's history. After 9/11, instead of fighting real terrorism and the real reasons, we experienced in Germany a series of debates of Islam. But I think it was not a successful strategy to find terrorism. And we had fundamental cultural clash debates about European society, is it suitable with Islam and all that. And I think it's not corresponding with the reality. The reality is we have a big number of Muslim people in Germany, in France. They are part of our societies.
Wenn man Muslimen und Muslima erklärt, wie ihr Islam zu sein hat, was wir von ihnen erwarten, wie sie sich zu verhalten haben, dann sät man Verachtung und man wird am Ende Hass ernten. Erklären wir nicht weiterhin Muslimen und Muslimas in diesem Land, was moderner Islam ist.
I'm not a victim of discrimination, but I think I have quite a good insight in their experience, in their feelings, and I thought something is totally wrong in our discussion, in our discourse, in our political debates. And on the other hand, we see a number of attacks, violence, murders against Muslim people, but it's not the main issue of the media and the political discourse. And this personal experience and this political circumstances made me think it is more than necessary to speak in a different manner about this question and turn the debate around. Instead of following the instrumentalization by the AfD, I wanted to set another point and to force people to get a different point of view, to see the situations from the point of view of Muslim people and to change the debate, not seeing Muslim people as a problem. On the other hand, to show, to give a symbolic and real statement to say, I'm sorry, I apologize for all you experienced, for all the racism, discrimination, and also for all the debates over the last 2, 3, or 4 decades. The AfD is maybe the climax of this thinking, but they didn't invent it. In the end, they are the result of discourse and debates. They were not the first one. They are the result of a process. And it was much too easy to say, if the AfD disappears, the problem has disappeared. No, it has grown over many years. We have long-time structures in Europe of Islamophobia, but we have also new tendencies. And of course, we mustn't forget the migration debates, beginning already in the 50s, 60s in Germany, in France, combined with immigration from Northern Africa and other countries. And we have a reinforcement of these debates following 9/11. And I think it's not corresponding with the reality. The reality is we have a big number of Muslim people in Germany, in France. They are part of our societies, but they are not in the way of acceptance in everyday life. And after every attack, terror attack, they are forced to explain themselves. And that's the wrong situation. It's not their fault. They are not the perpetrators. They have dignity as Muslim people, as Christian people or Jewish people have. And I think we have to emotionally and intellectually understand this. Otherwise, we will never be able to fight anti-Muslim racism if we see the terror attack of Vienna. And there were 3 Muslim men whose action went viral over the social media and also on television. They helped, supported victims of the attack, and they saved a policeman's life. This is a great story. It shows that Muslims are not the enemy, but they are, on the other hand, they are helping us fighting violence. We are one in the fight against terrorism. For European countries, for the constitution in Germany, in France, in Britain, or other countries, the dignity and the freedom of the individual is central, is essential. But in many cases, Muslim people are not seen and treated as individuals, but as a collective. And this is totally unfair. And this is a fundamental unfairness, which is quite important to understand the whole situation and the whole debates and the patterns of discrimination. Sociologically, we say othering, to create the other. As an opponent of the German or French modern Christian society, it's absolutely essential to get away from this, to stop this process of othering, and to maybe to do simple things. One simple way would be meeting Muslim people, seeing Muslim people, speak with the people. Instead of having debates about the woman of hijab, talk with women of hijab. Maybe you will understand something better. And if we have this change, and this is what I try to do, people start understanding this is the way it feels like as a Muslim person in everyday life. If I don't get a job, or if I have to struggle much more than a Christian white person, if I am judged not by the content of my character, but by the way I look, or by the way I'm identified by my name, or by my religion, or by the hijab I'm wearing on my head, or by the nation my parents or grandparents came from. They just say, accept us. We stand for this society. We identify with country, but why don't you understand?